Habs fans, and frankly, any hockey fans that have tuned into this channel, it has been a ride. This show has been a lot of fun, and it's time for me to possibly, if all goes well, broaden my horizons. And not that this show didn't help do that; it certainly did. But it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to take another step in my journey here, whatever that looks like, as a passionate hockey fan, obviously mainly Montreal Canadiens fan, but to just step out and sort of by faith take the next step, because that means, what I'm saying is that I don't fully know what that means, although I do know that it will mean the focus of me growing my own personal channel, Drew Dekes. But I'm not leaving yet. I'm leaving in about a month. So after the 2023 March trade deadline, once the dust settles on that, is when I'll be stepping aside and I'll be moving on from Habs Tonight officially. Weird to say that in a way, but it's been an awesome 2 years. We've helped to put out some of the most viewed Montreal Canadiens fan content on the internet. That's not something to brag about. It's not a humble brag either. It's just, I think, what the numbers have shown. I've worked more on the back end than people may realize, putting together clips, coming up with video ideas. That's been one of my biggest passions and also strengths, I think, is to try to put together Montreal Canadiens fan videos that people care about and that they're interested in and that they really want to click on, learning how this whole YouTube thing works. Getting to work with one of my favorite Montreal Canadian players of all time, being able to call him a friend now, Dale Weiss. He's the one that started this all. If it weren't for Dale and us, all coming together, but if it weren't for Dale kind of being on this show, there really wouldn't have been the interest to start with. And I'm fortunate that I was able to connect with Dale through my friend Adam in an interview before Habs Tonight started, while Dale was still in the bubble, in quarantine, in the bubble playoffs in the summer of 2020. And fortunately, that led to this, Habs Tonight, where by, a miracle in my mind anyway, we were able to pull this thing together and put together a solid team of fans that became friends and still are. Some that you haven't seen on the show in a while, or some not as frequently, including Dale. I have asked Dale Weiss to make one final appearance on Habs Tonight as I move on. So no confirmation from him yet, but I did ask him, and I hope that he can, not just for me, but for the sake of you guys, and really just for the sake of all of us that have had the chance to work with him. It has been an awesome experience. And the first year of Habs Tonight was when we were, I guess you could say, the most interest was there when Dale was on the show. Naturally, a former NHL player, a former Montreal Canadiens player, naturally drawing interest by interacting with the fans on this show willingly, and just creating some of the best content that I think Habs fans could agree we've seen in a while. Not that the new creators that have emerged out of hopefully we were able to inspire, and I think some fans have really reached out. And even whether you know it or not, I think Habs Tonight has inspired a lot of other Montreal Canadiens fans to try this thing. I'd like to hope and think so. I certainly am one of them. But I just want to say, guys, that I'm not saying my final goodbye right now, but the plan is to do one more live show with myself and the Habs Tonight team after the trade deadline this year, and say my final goodbye on this show and talk about my at least top 5 favorite shows or moments on Habs Tonight. There's some good ones. Personally, for me, all the great people I've had the chance to talk to because of this platform. It's been a privilege. It's been an absolute privilege. It's been a career builder for me. This is the only thing I've been doing full time, not full time, but the only thing I've stuck with for 2 straight years in terms of broadcasting, if you will, or podcasting, that has allowed me to build on something. This show really has. I got 2 interviews. Well, one official interview with Sportsnet, which didn't pan out into a job yet, but Habs Tonight, having Habs Tonight on my resume genuinely helped with that. So anyway, this isn't a goodbye for now, but it is an announcement to say that I will be leaving Habs Tonight. I will miss it. I will miss you guys all for watching. There's you guys out there, like, we don't even realize how many people are watching half the time. And I'm comfortable in front of a camera and a microphone, but I never really know fully the reach of this show. Although when I look at the stats, I do see how this show and my own even has reached countries that you just wouldn't even like, just the miracle of the internet, right? That's it right there. Anyway, I could go on for a while, but I just wanted to make this short announcement. And it's hard for me to do so because if you don't know this already, I have a lot of run-on sentences. I spit my thoughts out just kind of in one long run-on sentence. That's just how I roll, I guess, to a point. But this has been a great, great privilege. It's been a blast. It's been a ride to do this with Montreal Canadiens fans. Sometimes you got to find the job you want and just make it happen. And this kind of was a little bit of a part-time job for me. I kind of made it one because I put everything I had into it in terms of energy, focus, quality of content. That's what I've tried so hard to produce. And I think we did that. I don't think I have any regrets with this show. I really don't. I really don't. So with that, I want to say, talk to you guys soon. And my last show will be around just after the trade deadline this year. We'll make an announcement on that. And I'd love for you guys to tune in. I would love to have you all there. Anyone who's supported this show and me. I'm just one person, that's had the chance to do this. Very fortunate to do this show. And I want to thank you all live on my last show in about a month from now, just after March 3rd. So thank you all so much. I'll talk to you soon. And just want to say thank you.